Hey there, guys. This is Ice9, and happy early Halloween to everybody. Most Feared is upon us. Been going on a couple days now, and I've been grinding away at it. And let's go through some of these sets. Our master player, Chicago Bears, very own Brian Urlacher. Pretty excited about that. Do have some players, as you can see, to do the set, and I am working on it, but I'm also working on the achievements, and let's take a look at those first, actually. So some of these achievements, to get 13 players, most feared players on your team, you do need at least 2 elites to do it. Otherwise, the silvers and the golds are kind of redundant, so you can't do it just off that set. They do give you a free 85 Brian Urlacher, which is pretty cool. That was a nice thing for EA for the people who don't have elite linebackers on their teams. They could use an elite. That's a pretty good free player right there. And so here's our achievements. Not many of them. And I'm going to work on getting the achievements to get this Essence of Urlacher. I've got 3 players in and working on head-to-head players. I've got all elites in the lineup for most feared. Joe Staley over here. Pretty good, actually. Head tackle, pretty good outright. Should be very good. Enraged, I'm thinking. And also I have Marcus Peters here. Threw in the dime when he's enraged. He'll probably go at corner 1. And then I've got Marcel Darius at defensive tackle, who should also be pretty good once he becomes enraged. The numbers are pretty good altogether anyways. If you look at this guy here, easily boosts up to 95 strength. Not too bad for a defensive tackle at 75 speed. Decent power moves. I assume that to go up once he is enraged. And the block shed and play recognition are also fairly high. So that's not a bad player. And I'd throw him in the lineup even not enraged right now. He's pretty good there at the main defensive tackle position. So that's all I need. 3 of them for head-to-head. And a lot of people, activity went way up with head-to-head in Hall of Fame once this event came out. So I should be able to get those 13 head-to-head games done pretty easily. So let's take a look at our different sets. So based off the live event, there's also packs available right now. And what I've done, which is usually what I do, I haven't done too much. I tried one most feared pack. Wasn't really worthwhile for the coins. I also ripped through a bunch of pro packs yesterday, which has got me down on coins, and as well buying golds for these most feared elites too. Got my coins down a little bit, but I did about 500,000 coins in pro packs yesterday, and they were absolute garbage. I maybe got 1 or 2 gold most feared players, got a few collectibles here and there, got no elites out of the whole thing, so it was not really worthwhile. They do have a bundle right now with 15 packs and a topper of 1 elite most feared player. That would put me at 5, which would put me just too short, but I'd rather have them for stamina refills. What I've seen out of the live events, and I've been playing them a lot, is the live events are a good way to get this done, providing you want to take the time to do it. I would rather do that. I think it's more productive to do the live events. It's a better bang for your buck, so long as you could spend the time. You have the time to spend to do it, and yesterday was my day off, so I was just grinding away at it. And if we look at these sets here, all right, so Trick or Treat set. When I saw this, most feared equipment, so you put in one of these collectibles and you get a silver or better most feared player, but beware, you might get a trick instead. And that is typical EA. When I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to go near this set, I don't think. But then some guys in my league and KIK were saying that they were having good results with it. And the only thing I could say about this set is it's phenomenal. It's a no-lose situation. You put in one of the collectibles, which otherwise you need 5 of them to get a silver or better, and I want to say 95% plus of the time when you put in that set you get a silver player. So out of this, even if you get a trick and go on to the next set, and then you put in the tricks and you get a trick challenge, which is a live challenge, which guarantees you a silver or better player. I got a couple golds out of that, and that's very, very good way to do that. So that's basically 3 tricks gets you a silver or better player. So there's no reason to not do this set. It's definitely a great set and a lot of fun. So that is a really good departure for EA, when a lot of the times these kind of random gamble type sets, a lot of times they're really, really garbage. In this case, it's a win-win, which is really, really nice. Then there is gold player exchange, so you get a gold or better most feared player. And this is not a set that I've done, and I probably wouldn't do it if I get to the point where I get to 7 elites and I've got leftover golds. I'll go and buy the golds that I need at the auction house, or I will go ahead and find another way to get them. I'm not going to use that set and burn gold players. I'd probably just rather sell them. So this set is up. Let's go ahead and claim our reward. Hopefully I'll get, actually no, if I get a trick, because it crashes. So I do get a trick here. And okay, so I got to complete the live event, which is probably going to crash my phone, and I'll have to reboot it. Sorry about this, guys, but at least you'll get to see how this works. And so knock that out, and now you're going to see what happens with this. So it just kind of goes into a loading screen. EA didn't fix it. That's my girlfriend, by the way. And we're going to have to load the app back up. No big deal. And if it ever loads up, yeah, Wi-Fi is really slow up here for sure. And then all you got to do is go into your uncollected items, unclaimed items. I'm building up. I'm going to do a big pack opening at some point. Want some really good football outsiders, probably around Christmas, I think. So there you go. So got a silver player out of it. I'll go ahead and put him into the gold set. And away we go. So let's go into the other sets here. And a typical pyramid, trade in silvers for golds and etc. And you could do silvers off of this. But what I'm doing when live events aren't running, or like I'm getting ready to go off to work, so I'm making sure that I leave myself enough collectibles to do the trick or treat set. I'm not going to burn all my collectibles to get the silver most feared. I'll just run them when I do the live events. Alright, so there's that exchange. So typical thing. Need 5 collectibles to get a silver or better. 95+% of the time it is a silver. As you can see, I've done it 128 times. I've been grinding hardcore on this event. Leveled up to P29 yesterday. Went up 3 levels in one day, basically doing this, which is 48,000 experience points per jump. So that gives you an idea. I'm playing this event a lot, but it is productive. It's been very, very good. And let's go ahead and do one of these. And I have not gotten elite off of this one yet. But that is a gold that I actually need right now that I'm short on. So that is very cool. Then we move up and I've done the elite set 4 times. But what I am doing too is I'm leaving players on the bench. I'm not using all my golds because I want to use some of these guys when they're enraged, especially the golds. I think that'll be pretty fun, and it's also necessary to do some of the achievements. So I'll need Patterson. I don't know if I'll play all these guys, but I'll certainly play the offensive players because of some of the achievements. Blount, when he's enraged, I heard he's pretty good, even not enraged. LeGarrette Blount. And I'll probably might play Ramsey. I might play a lot of these guys, depending, but definitely Cordarrelle Patterson and Blount I'll for sure play, and then probably some of the others when they boost up. Then going on to the next one, and this is our master player, Chicago's very own Brian Urlacher, who retired a few years ago, and these are great boosts right here. +2 acceleration, +2 awareness. Only thing that could really be better is +2 speed, +2 awareness. These are very, very good boosts. Enraged, this guy should play very, very well. Not enraged, I believe the play recognition is 92, so he'll be solid. Probably get some good months out of him before I get the showdown Kuechly. And then probably he'll go into the 3-4 once I get Kuechly is what I assume, but we will definitely see what happens as usual. But the stats are pretty good here, and those are really, really good boosts. And a 94 overall player. So on a whole, this has already been better than BCA. And it's definitely, the sets are more fun and more attainable. And the only thing I could say is doing the live events is definitely worthwhile. If you're going to use stamina refills, that is going to be the way to go. And I have heard as well that the challenges for the trick set are going to get a little bit better as time goes on, that they're going to upgrade to golds once you do enough of them and things of that nature. So I have done that set now 18 times, and I'll keep doing it, and we'll see if those get better. But as a whole, it is a very, very good set. This is a new thing for EA, and it was definitely, got to give them props. This has been a good event so far, other than the game going into a loading mode once you do a trick. They didn't fix that or implement it correctly, apparently. But that is it. And then let's take a look here at our legends. Maybe the most useless position for anybody who plays in a league and has DeMarco, but they've got Max Strong here. And I had to look up and remember who this guy was. Oh yeah, he blocked for Sean Alexander. Stats are pretty good, but not as good as the free player with the +2 awareness boost, and not as good in overall, so not really worthwhile. And we've got Dawkins. Here's Brian Dawkins and a version of him for this year, and nowhere near the stats of the most feared player from last year, or certainly the all-rookie Dawkins. Both those were great players. The most feared Dawkins had +2 strength, +2 tackle boost from last year, was faster, much stronger. Coverages I don't think were quite as good, or maybe they were around the same, but that was a really good player with good boosts that I used for months and months and months. This time looking at this, with that kind of strength, and he's not a huge guy, so that's more of a free safety type of player. Certainly a good one, but not a set that I'm interested in doing. And Willie Brown, I had to look him up. He's actually a little bit before my time. Really, really good Hall of Fame corner for the Raiders. And pretty fast, decent play recognition at this stage of the year. Decent coverages, not great. So these legends, even though they'll boost overall, I haven't been doing much with them. Steve McNair, who was awesome. R.I.P. Steve. And I got to play. They had a live event where you get to play with him, and he's got a pretty good arm. He'd be a pretty good upgrade for me over Ponder, but for the time being, I'm just kind of waiting, not spending any elite trophies or anything like that. Mel Blanc, who's awesome. Later on in the year, if they do an Ultimate Legend of this guy, I'll definitely get him. He was an awesome player for the Steelers. So that is it. And if we look at, so we've got Football Outsiders, and then we've got the Showdown thing, which is cool, getting an elite player just for, for playing the event. And basically just going out throughout the year. So I'm up to 31, which is not bad. And I don't know who's unlocking the logo, but I'm definitely not going to do it. Elite Showdown. And then some challenges in there. I've basically got everything put away right now. I don't think I have any challenges that hit, but I'm up to 31. Almost a third of the way there. These headliners, this has been a new thing for this year, and I've got a lot of these guys on my team. I've actually got 4 of them. I've got Smallwood at kick returner. I went with him because he's a little bit stronger, and went with Grant here, punt returner. Just boosting overall, really. You don't use it in head-to-head, but I don't know, kind of a cool player, and they're not too expensive to do these sets. So if they keep getting better as time goes on, that'll be a pretty good one. And our Team of the Week players, we'll go through them. Don't go through them too much, but another halfback, Lamar Miller. Pretty fast, not too strong though, more of an elusive type back. And I like David Johnson better. Darius Slay would be a little bit of an upgrade from the version that I have on my team, but the PLR is not really high. Man in zone over 90 is pretty good at this stage, though. Useless position, tight end. There's absolutely no room on mine and a lot of people's teams now that a lot of people are getting Gronk and whatnot. So, I mean, that's basically it. And then players, we've got the CFL Legends. Really hard to pull a collectible. I've got the kicker just because it's a position I could upgrade, although that kick power is actually not too bad. That's not too bad at all. He'll kick some in the end zone with 91 kick power, but not a lot, so that's not a bad one. But 5 elite trophies alone, I don't know if I'll ever do this set, and the pulls aren't really good from the live event. These players in general, they come out with this thing, but 87 players at this time of the year for this type of thing is just not a very interesting set. And with that vein, the champion set, the master is pretty good, but I still haven't pulled enough to just do one set for a player that I wouldn't even start on my team right now. So that's just kind of pathetic. Flashbacks, they haven't had anything for a few weeks now, probably after Most Feared. I bet you they'll have a batch of several flashbacks. Hopefully 92 overalls and above. That would seem to make sense. We'll see how that goes. Domination's done. And Journeyman and Game Changer. And like I said, I've got a lot of things sitting on the bench. So at some time when I think that it's going to make sense, I'll probably do a pack opening. A big old pack opening on some Football Outsiders and Team of the Week and premium packs from the weekly challenges and Journeymen and Veterans, Game Changers, etc. I'll do a big old opening at some point. Got these League versus League reward packs sitting there. Don't want them taking up space in the bench. So that's what I'll be doing. So that's it. That's Most Feared. Hope you guys are having fun with it. I definitely am. And anything that you guys want to see, definitely let me know. Thanks for watching.